Yeah. You ever just get focused working on something and I think it was Chick Sent Me High. Don't ask me how to spell it, but the guy who um, kind of coined the term flow, where you're just like in the zone. Yeah, I was in some serious flow. And yeah, sorry, we normally come on at 4 p.m. Central, and I'm coming in hot at 4:08. Or I don't know. I looked at the policy book. It looks like I've got two unexcused absences or tardies that I can still burn. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, I got a topic teed up today. It's kind of a rainy early day in the week, but getting a lot of stuff done. Tell you what, head down, fanny up, plowing through. I love the design and development work. I don't know if that's you, but it's certainly not checking boxes. It's taking a look at different patterns and ripping apart things that were good and saying, how do we make that great? I'm pretty excited. We've taken the Leadership and Culture Institute that we've had for years, and we're just pulling it all apart and reconnecting it back to just modern day adult learning theory, which is timeless. It's also timely, right? Making sure that all of the concepts are crazy practical. And we've got a bunch of new tools as well. We took 12 workshops and we distilled those down to 8. So far, it's 8. Um, but yeah, really excited. It's going to coincide with the book launch. TQ is on my brain. TQ has just been on the end of my pen for all of 24, 25, and crawling into 26 here, but it should be ready to go probably close to my birthday in February. So, yeah, look for that. But everything is just aligned to this whole concept called team intelligence. And I can't tell you how much impact and gravitas and weight there is in this whole concept called team intelligence. The systems issues that we have right now. Let's get one thing straight. Um, our systems are broken. Most of my people. So I come from the land down under. I come from the land of education, both K-12 and higher ed. So that's my space. That's the arena where I put the gloves on and fight for good people that are doing the impossible work. Can I just be honest? Doing the impossible work. And it is impossible if we keep doing it the way that we do it traditionally. We send people off to conferences. We have big events. We have our big, what's your compliance stuff where they come in and make sure you're doing things the right way. Um, Not certification. Come on, help me, somebody. It's not compliance. Accreditation. That's what it is. All good stuff, but our people's heads are just like flipping, just dizzy places, right? We've got a lot of busy people doing a lot of traditional things that just keeping us afloat, but we're not. Our trajectory isn't what it should be with the caliber of people that we have within our systems. That's just my eyes just bug out of my head when I look at what we continue to do that isn't really working. Our systems are broken and doing good things for our communities. Okay, get that right. Um, but the potential is there to do so much more, so much more. So that's where the old system of let's steal that leader over there, that superintendent has done some amazing things over there, and let's just plant them over here and see if that will just continue. Or that college president, that university president over there, if we could lure that person over here, maybe our football team's going to get a few more, whatever it is. It's not about finding the best leaders. That theory has proven just poorly. It has proven poorly to the jobs that we need to be doing in education. because the leader can't change the system. It can only be done through the power of teams. You know that. Star quarterback's not gonna command the winning season. Gonna help. But we need strong teams. And what I mean by that, it's not subjective. It's very, very objective. Very objective. Um, we've got to have standards. Okay. In the world of education, we have standards all over the place, but look at your leaders. Are they leading up to standard? And how would you know? Most systems can't answer that question. They really can't. How would you know? So, having standards, competencies, right? Competencies of leaders. Building trust is one of those competencies. How do you assess whether you've got good, better, or best leaders that build trust? Is that part of your performance one-on-one meetings? I don't know. Maybe it is, and maybe I've built something that has no need. But everywhere I go, people are going, "Yeah, we've got bunches of blanks there. We could have some of that filled in. Thank you." How about just empowering others? Your people leaders must have the skills to lead people, and that cannot be accidental. If it's accidental, your people are going to continue to lead the system, and maybe when it falls on the calendar, when we have that PD day, oh yes, 'tis the day that I'm going to lead my people. It's just not how it goes. Just not how it goes. So, three things in the TQ operating system. PQ is the first one. And not the first one, but it's one of the three. Okay, PQ is just your perception of that social awareness. Do you have a social awareness language within your institution that objectifies? Did he just say objectifies? Yes, objectifies the talents, the brilliance of the other across from you. It's a level of diversity that we're not talking about enough. And everybody's been abused by somebody, coming in with their hooey of some personality assessment. Yeah, we've all been abused by it. Just reality. But how many of those are actual social awareness assessments? Because it's kind of about us, but it's mostly about them, right? So having an awareness tool, we built what we call best fit language within systems, and it's non-proprietary. It's pretty simple, functional language. I'm the soul of your team, and the soul. What the soul does is the soul sees potential. The soul is deep water, all about purpose and yeah, ingenuity. You want creative ideas? Pick me, pick me. You want your checkbook balanced? I'm out. I'm out. How do you know that of your leaders? So there are 5 different PQ types, okay, best fit types. You got to have PQ within your system in order for that system to actually function the way that it should, up to potential, because you got a lot of wasted potential. We call that inertia in the physics world, right? And it's the opposite of engagement. Inertia. You've got a lot of just latent talent that just sits there going, uh, I know that's not part of my job description, but if you give me the opportunity, I think I can fix that mess that you're in over there. Yeah, yeah, we can help. So PQ, IQ, good news and bad news. Good news, there are standards. There are standards for um, if you got leaders within your system, how to evaluate those leaders to standard, right? And above standard. Certainly, you might have a few that are floating below standard, but you'll know how to coach them up when you actually have objective standards. So many times we send our people off and we've gone to conferences and you have PD and you've got all sorts of stuff that doesn't align to anything but activity. We're talking productivity, standards of building trust, standards of empowering your people, standards of managing change effectively, standards of building collaborative environments, standards of managing conflict, right? And standards of developing others. There's 7 in all, but if you are building your system without standards for leaders, then they've got skills perhaps that they are doing on a regular basis that are getting some applause. But most likely you've got a lot of slippage within your system of leading people. So that's IQ. How smart are your standards for and your competencies for leading people? The third is EQ. EQ. You all know what EQ is, right? It's just that emotional intelligence, what you bring to the field. It's how we communicate, right? Quality communication and how that builds quality culture. That's EQ. And that is only done, folks, not through another book study. A lot of good books over there, but it's not done through another book study. It's actually done through two things: common language and common tools. How many of you have common language? How many of you have common tools? Most don't. Most have lots of language, and we just hired somebody in that they've got their language. And Larry's been here for 38 years, and he's got his language. And oftentimes we've just got to say, Larry, you can't say that around here. It's how people like us do things like this. Isn't that what it's all about? Oh, and what if that scaled? What if that was agreed upon within your institution? How we communicate together, how that's common, and what tools, frameworks, heuristics, whatever you want to call them, right, are going to run the offense for us. I'm an old football coach, and we used to send players in with the play, right? 242 cross buck, right? And number 42 would run the play in, and number 36 would come out of the game. Yeah. What if we don't want 36 to come out of the game? We hold up the picture and people see that's the play. You got to have common tools. You've got to have common language within your system in order to drive really healthy culture and reliable systems. So all three of those key pieces: IQ, your standards or competencies; PQ, having a social awareness language within your system that helps you to understand what is it really like to be on the other side of me, right? And EQ, common tools, common language to drive quality communication and healthy culture. All three of those things come together. It's beautiful. And I've actually seen it only a few times, where all three come together, not muscle bound in one area, really nicely balanced. Okay. You can have strong EQ without IQ, and you're just going to be stuck. People are going to feel good about themselves, but you're just not going to have a system that works, right? You can have strong IQ without EQ. What does that bring you? You've got a lot of people that are resistant. You've just got a lot of people that are just, I'm going to work up to compliance. But the boss is driving pretty hard with a real heavy challenge today. So I'm going to bring what I got. And I think I'll get to the grocery store on the way home 5 minutes earlier than I did yesterday, right? Just compliance. You're going to get about 60% effort out of your people. Yeah, that's what an out of balance system will bring you. So it's not really on topic to the thing that you see on your screen today. But I was coming in late, and I think it's important for us all to understand how important it is to truly, if we're going to be, everybody wants to be on a winning team. If you're going to be on that winning team, you have to have a team that's winning, right? And you have to invest in that team. And that is typically done, folks. I'm a farm kid, and you got to get the chores done on the farm. If you're going to do development work, sending people out is good, I think, for networking. Like, go meet a bunch more people, right? But let's come home, put your work boots on and those overhauls, right? And the development work must be done around your work, right? You bring in, I come in and I tell my people, here's the deal. Bring your work to the training, because nobody, not even Larry, um, likes to leave work, because we all have too much work to do. We got so much on the task list. We're all busy. We're not brilliant enough. We were really brilliant when you hired me, but boss, I'm overloaded and I just can't get it all done. So nobody really likes to go to training because they have to leave their work. That's the reality. You leave your work, you've got 3 more days of, guess what? Bye-bye weekend. You know the drill. You know the drill. But what if your training was integrated, actually integrated into the work, right? We're solving real live problems using tools. We're solving real live problems using common language. We're building real live leaders through objective competencies. That's where it's at, folks. That's where it's at. I'm going to curtail this live today, because, man, I want to just get back to focus. I want to get back to the work. But there's a discipline. I think just my 20-mile march every single day is every Tuesday at 4 p.m. We've got a live. And it's just one of those things. I think it's important to stick to the knitting, stay to the disciplines. So was off message here a little bit today. The message that I wanted to deliver, if you looked at my LinkedIn newsletter, you can check it out. LinkedIn, Dr. Joe Hill. It really was on. Your people have a lot to say, and many of them are just kind of just waiting for permission. Many bosses just leave a lot of stuff on the table, and they break out of the huddle, and there's still a ton of just clarity issues going on. So if you take a peek at that newsletter that I posted, it was Saturday, posted that on Saturday. You can take a peek at that. That does move forward into the vlog and the blog. Got a lot of things going on, but good content. One thing that I do want to, and I'm coming in for a landing here, bring your eyes to, because every newsletter that I write, every blog that I write, I also include, I think it's important. We can read lots of activity, right? But that's just information in, and it's probably lost within the first 20 minutes after you get back to whatever you're doing. So I've built I'm calling them Leader Core Leader Guides. Okay. So because you're busy, and because you probably have weekly admin meetings, maybe every other week, why not insert some development time into those meetings? I've been in those meetings before, and oftentimes it's, hey, Sherry, do you or Carlos, which one of you wants to go find some topic, and let's just weave that into our next Tuesday meeting? You good? You want to find something? Okay. Yeah, it's not really intentional. It's not really aligned. It's not really planned to maybe your lead measures of building more, more performance, more potential, whatever it happens to be. It's just accidental. Most of our stuff during our admin meetings are accidental. So I've built a system with and there's dozens of lessons in there now. I was going to say hundreds, but that's stretching it just a little bit. Definitely dozens of lessons in there that speak to one of 5 lead measures of building higher performance through culture, which is, again, people like us are doing things like this. So communication, there are oodles of lessons and lesson guides. So if you're leading this, you can pick one that is like on topic to go, ooh, that's quite timely for this week. You grab it. Basically, it's like a Waymo. If you've anybody been in a Waymo, I spent a lot of time in the Valley of Phoenix, and yeah, they're all over the place. I have yet to hop in one, but if I do, I'm sitting in the front seat just in case. Right. No, but it is like a Waymo. It's fully it's self-driving. You Just follow the script. Follow the script. And your people are going to look at you going, boss, that was pretty amazing. Brava. Bravo. Yeah, that's how easy peasy these things are. Again, there are dozens of lessons in there. So where is it at, Joe? Where's it at? I'm going to get to that, but there the lessons around communication. So if you've got communication issues, guaranteed you've got relational issues across your team. So they're kind of developmental as well. So team connection is another lead measure. How well is your team connected? Loads of lessons and guides about team connection as well. If you're struggling in the world of team communication and connection, guaranteed you've got stuff that's kind of wonky and out of alignment. There's a whole section on alignment in there as well. That's another lead measure. Capacity. I tell you what, coming out of COVID, remember that? Coming out of COVID? I think we're still coming out of COVID. Capacity was the issue. Everybody was just like, I cannot go another round, boss. I'm exhausted. Most of us, again, really busy people doing lots of activity. We wonder about productivity. But it's becoming brilliant again in the zones of your responsibilities and your authority. So that's capacity. Oodles, dozens of lessons in there about building healthy capacity across your leadership frontline. And lastly, execution. There are dozens of lessons in there about just how do you get stuff done, right? How do you just get from X to Y by when, right? So dozens of lessons on execution as well. So communication, team connection, team alignment, team capacity, and team execution. My guess is there's at least 100 lessons in the Leader Core Leader Guide series. Where do you find it, Joe? All right, I promise. The big reveal. It's actually on our webpage. If you just scroll down. So, yeah, I believe in keeping things simple. My name's Joe. Pretty simple. Joe. No L, folks. No L. That's coming up in December. Dad joke. Dad joke. Yeah. So we call things what they are. I've got a podcast. Guess what it's called? Yep. It's called The Show. Yeah. Every Thursday, 10:30 a.m. There we go. Got another good one coming at you this week, The Show. Yeah, we've got this thing that I'm building right now that I was just really focused on. Guess what we're calling it? The Team Institute. Huh? I'm learning functional language kind of works best in our very, very busy, hallowed halls of academia. Yeah, it doesn't sound real sexy, but the Team Institute. Well, the place to find the guides and the lessons is a place called The Group. Yep, The Group. Go to higherperformancegroup.com, higherperformancegroup, all one word, .com. Scroll down. You're going to find The Group. You'll see a little button there, and it says join the group. No cuesta nada. Doesn't cost you anything. We've built this to be a kind of a little boutique community. If you are a school superintendent, need you in there. If you're a college president, need you in there. If you're a school assistant superintendent, need you in there. If you're a VP of your campus, university, need you in there. If you're a dean or director of your campus or university, need you in there. If you are a school principal, need you in there. All of these lessons are built laterally across all of those work groups. If you are leading systems and leading people, it is the place to be. So higherperformancegroup.com, scroll down, you'll see the group. You can join it for free, and voila, you'll have access to all of those lessons and guides built along the 5 lead measures of building healthy culture and highly reliable systems. can I get back to what I was doing? Because I really have some good energy right now moving into working on the Team Institute. Session 3 is on empowerment, and I'm telling you what, it's got some good stuff in it. Can't wait to big reveal, reveal in a couple of months. Our stuff that we have right now is still working pretty well, but what we have moving forward going to be pretty well. Isn't that the secret? Happiness is progress. I hope it is for you too, folks. Peace. Hope you're doing well. Again, higherperformancegroup.com. Join the group.